What's going on, everybody? What's going on, Mr. Crip? Going down, down, down. Yeah, the Ring of Fire.
I fell into a burning ring of fire. I went down, down, down.
There you go, you got it. I don't know what's going to happen next week, but a lot of people are saying that. We'll see. But it's been a good day. I mean, it's all green. It's been a good couple of days for my group. We had last few days we've had things pumping like crazy. Some of our picks have been paying off. So but yeah, it's a green day. Yeah, it's looking pretty good today. But we don't know what's going to happen starting tomorrow with the delayed economic reports that are supposedly coming out. What's going on? I'm doing well. How you doing? Is a dumpster truck on fire right now? Well, yeah. Gold went down, down, down. Look at that. A couple of days back, gold went down, 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 right? That one was like... Yeah, there was this survey that I think that was posted by, I don't know what it was, Cointelegraph or one of them, asking people, what do they think is going to get to 5K first, gold or Ethereum? And apparently, I don't know. My money's still on Ethereum, but yeah, Bitcoin plunges. This was rally comes to a halt. This was yesterday, right? But yeah, I think gold is reached its peak. But we had other news today. CZ thanks President Trump for his pardon. So President Trump pardons CZ. I don't know. I mean, I guess it's bullish, right? I mean, it's just, yeah, it's opening up to crypto and so on. I really don't know the details of what he did or something like that. Something to do with laundering money, and he pleaded guilty and so on. But yeah, I mean, I guess it's good news for BNB, right? BNB got listed on Robinhood and Coinbase, right? So good times for the market in terms of that. What's going on? 5-cent Caspa is a steal. Cadena, boys. Yeah, right, Cadena. Yeah, I heard about that. Closed down, jumping on the Caspa ship now. Yeah. What's going on? I may finally start stacking some Caspa. Yo, now it's at the bottom. Now is a really good time, right? Yeah. Yeah, and our bags are pumping. Yeah. Yeah, we got some I guess I'm gonna get into some of those calls in a moment. A lot of those good stuff that's been really pumping hard in our community, man. We've been doing pretty good. I found this was rather interesting right here. So Kraken reports 648 million in Q3 revenue, up 114% year over year. So as trading surges and IPO preparations accelerate, this is very good news. Like I often, you know, there's this thing where we all say that Kraken is a tier 1, but it's really like the lower end of the tier 1 centralized exchanges, because like they list a lot of tokens sometimes, and just nothing happens, you know. So it's not like a really big deal. It gets listed on Kraken, but if they're doubling their size every year, yeah, I mean that they're growing. They're growing. I haven't seen it like this month, but maybe up until last month, for pretty much the whole year, I'm like nonstop seeing Kraken ads on YouTube. Like they have a huge advertising campaign. My man Peter Schiff, yeah, he's not gonna get his wish. Speaking of which, I prepared that my gold video. I'm gonna leave you guys at the end of the stream. My gold video I made a few years back. it was my second attempt at extreme editing and learning. It was like a huge learning curve. It took a lot of work, and it was a lot of stuff that I learned in my editing, and just to get better and better. It was like the second real video I did like a lot of learning in terms of editing. And it's like you can see the time frame of when I made it, because I was talking about the supply chain issues and shortages and so on. It was like that particular time frame. I guess it was this was early 2022. Like a lot of my videos were about like supply chain stuff, and like used cars costing more than their newer model versions and so on. All this wackiness we dealt with a few years back because of COVID, and then it was like some 1,000-year weather that it was affecting India and Pakistan, affecting crops, and then it was the disruption because of the Ukraine war started, and wheat and all this stuff, man. But yeah. But gold is going down, down, down. Aped into Advantis recently, yeah. Well, hopefully Advantis is going to go up, up, up. But we'll see what's going to happen. My man Peter Schiff. Yeah, I wanted to get into all of this. We don't know what's going to happen tomorrow, right? With these economic reports. We're in a situation where good news is, well, what is it? Good news is bad and bad news is good. So if we get a report that's, saying like, oh, there's not too many jobs out there, and unemployment claims are ticking up, and continuing claims are going, ticking up into like the inflation reports. If inflation is hot, then yeah, everybody's gonna be like, yeah, we're gonna get that rate cut, and maybe even get like 20, get 50 basis points for a rate cut instead of the 25, and then we'll be flying. But if things are like, if the economy is doing good, and like the jobs are plentiful, and I'm sorry, the inflation. If inflation is high, so if jobs are plentiful and inflation goes down, right? So I think that's a good thing, right? But then it's a bad thing because I'm like, oh, maybe we won't get the 50 basis point cut. So whatever people price in, but that's just the economic report. But I'm going to get into all of this. There's so many people that are expecting another flash crash, like in the next week or so. There is a lot of people out there, like we're bullish, but agree the flash crash is coming in the next week or two to set up the next bull run. There's this wide belief that we're going to go to 90K or something with Bitcoin. There's going to be another flash crash. So I'm out. Flash crash could happen next week. And these are like from the last few days. What's today's date? The 23rd, right? Yeah, so this is the 20th. Saying that BTC could moon, good luck. So Bitcoin has lost momentum earlier in the week. We could see a massive crash by Friday evening. Yeah, everyone is fucking off. Yeah, I think it's kind of strange. I think that when the market thinks something, the opposite happens. I think that it'll be like it could be like the opposite. There could be, I think a lot of people are going to be shorting the market because there's this belief that we're going to be crashing down again. And then market makers will look at it like an opportunity, and we're like, okay, let's pump the market and liquidate all the short sellers, right? Yo, what's going on? Joe's in the house. What do you say, Mike? What's going on? Yeah, what's going on, Joe? Yeah. Yeah, we're going to get this party started. 69K for 69. What is it? 69 is like a getting fucked joke. 69. Yeah, I don't think so, man. I think that like there's so many people expecting another flash crash that when you expect it, it's just not going to happen. But we don't know, what's going to happen. We got those the delayed economic reports coming out tomorrow, right? And then we're going to have that interest rate cut. So if the economy is bad, then it might increase the percentage of a 50 basis point interest rate cut, which is going to be a good thing. And then we'll really be flying. But the bad news is the ETFs are not going to be bringing in that liquidity anytime soon, right? So, take us back 1 month ago. We thought that today, October 23rd, we're going to get a bunch of XRP ETFs, right? So that's the bad news. We're not going to get pumped by the ETFs yet. Flash crash equal Trump dump. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. I just think it's like the opposite. I think people are expecting another flash crash, so they're going to be shorting, and then they're going to get liquidated. So we'll see. But who the hell knows? That's what I'm saying. If you're gonna buy a new token, is what I said. I sent a message out to my community earlier today, because we're looking at new coins. If there's something new, it's like you don't know what's going to happen. You could put your money on it today, and it could just go down tomorrow. So who knows what's going to happen tomorrow? Or it could be the opposite. It could just start flying. What if you don't buy it today with the expectation it's going to go down tomorrow, but then it goes up tomorrow and then you didn't buy? So I guess the best advice, and this is never financial advice, Jesus Christ. Never financial advice on this channel. But the best hypothetical advice is to spread it out. Don't put it all down in one shot. Put down some today. This way, so if it drops down tomorrow, you can DCA your way in, buy at a lower price tomorrow. Or if it goes up tomorrow and you didn't buy everything, you didn't put all your cash down on it, but you put some down on it, so at least you caught it. And it starts going up. Yeah, it was yeah, man. My pleasure. Yeah, I've been swing trading quite a bit. Maybe I go into some of those gains we had. I'm not going to spill the beans with all the gems that we got in the community yet. Maybe, a couple here and there. I'll see. I'll check. But you have to be a member if you want to get in early, because we get in super early on like almost everything nowadays, right? We're catching everything, right? Highly advanced bots that scans these coins and lets us know what's going to pump. Crash not over. Yeah, we'll see. I think it's all up to, it all depends what's going to happen tomorrow. Yeah, really all depends what's going to happen tomorrow. Oh, we'll figure it out. But if there's, I don't know if there's, I'm assuming there's a lot of people shorting the market right now because that's what they believe. So if there is a lot of people shorting the market, they could potentially get liquidated because the exchanges have a lot of money at stake. If there's like an excessive amount of people short in the market, they're going to try to pump the market. We'll see, but yeah, they're going to run it up against the doom of shorts. Yeah. It's above what? All the liquidity is above. Why would it go towards less liquidity? All the liquidity. What do you mean? Why would it go down? Is that what you're saying? Hold on. Bitcoin was fine before the ETFs, which is true. Bitcoin was fine before the ETFs, but we get inflows of money into the crypto market because of the ETFs, right? So it's just a new source of money, yeah, coming into crypto. So just to increase the total crypto market cap, right? Increase the size of Bitcoin in general, and then everything. So we need the buzz. We need the massive pumps. We need like a lot of ETFs to just hit all at once to pump the major, the top 20 tokens. Everything that's going to be listed on ETF. So you got Dogecoin, you got ETH, you got Solana, Cardano, Litecoin, a lot of those Dino tokens are going to be, pumped at the same time, and then it's going to create that buzz, and then you're going to see the people lining up. I guess hypothetically, right? There's the way we saw last week, people lining up to buy gold. But a lot of the normies are going to be hearing about all these pumps and how much crypto is pumping, and they're going to want to buy more too. So, and that's exactly what we need. What's going on? What's going on? Why would it go down if the liquidity is up? We'll see, man. I mean, yeah. I mean, tomorrow. I think that tomorrow is we're really dependent on what type of reports come out and what they look like. Yeah. You want me to check out these? Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. Yeah, Joe's saying, yeah, join the Discord, yeah. Yeah, it says it found so many gems. Something pumps every day. It's true. We've had like, in the past week, we've had like so many red days, and we're hitting all-time high alerts on some of these gems. It's crazy. Best crypto group out there. I was actually looking at something today. By the way, I forgot to raise the price on the yearly and the one time. I was like, I saw somebody join on the old yearly price today. I was like, oh, lucky bastard. I was like, he joined. I forgot to raise it. I said I was going to raise it. But yeah, I'll do that, I guess. I don't know, afterwards. But I was looking, I said, oh yeah, look at that. We got our 100th member. Look at that. My God. Hold on, we gotta. We got 100th member. That is like awesome. Let me get some Casper coins in here. But I was looking at these ratios with other YouTubers. And I look at their number of subscribers and the ones that have paid groups. And I was like, holy crap. I was looking at YouTubers that have like 20,000, 30,000 subscribers and so on. And they have like, and they're, paid groups. And they have like less members in their groups when you look at the numbers, or maybe not 100, 150, but they have like 10, 20, 30 times the amount of subscribers that I got. Yeah, code monkey Mike, hold up. Yeah, share right now, yeah. Look at this. I don't have 2,000 yet. I guess I'm coming up on the 2,000 mark. It'll probably be like a couple of weeks by the time I get it. But I mean, I've seen YouTubers with like 20, 30, 40,000 subscribers, and they have like maybe like in terms of their paid members, that they got, either equal or maybe just slightly above mine. So my ratio is just banging. So yeah, I guess people join and they, typically don't leave. They join on a monthly or the 3-month. And then a few months later, they're like, I want a lifetime. I want a yearly. I want a lifetime membership. And I'm like, yeah, you got it, dude. Yeah, I think a bloodbath is coming and loading until next week. Inflation data or the 6th of November. No news will be able to flip the market sentiment. We might see a 98K Bitcoin wiping all hopium before the last moves another top. What do you think? I don't know. It's like, that's this thing. It's like, that's what happened in August and September. The same thing. Everybody was expecting a red September. So they're like, okay, let me sell in August so I can get out before I'm involved in that red September. And they turned August red instead of green, and September turned green instead of red. So it's the opposite. The opposite usually happens. Whatever the market is expecting, the opposite happens. Oh, yeah. November is a run. Yeah. Is I'm not paying $1 to anyone on YouTube. Well, man, you're lost, man. I mean, yeah, plays in my community just speak for themselves, right? You imagine, just imagine if you had just you spent $80 on NYX when I called it, and you multiply that by, the 550X, you would have like what, $40,000? Yeah, just for that one call. Oh yeah, I mean, you don't get those type of calls anywhere else, and you don't really, to be honest, you don't get them in any other community either. You don't get all like nonstop. We got highly advanced bots that are just plucking out really good calls, and we make a killing off of them. Like, it's insane. It's so early on all of them. But yeah, I think the flash crash to 90K to the support is going to, yeah, it's just like, this is what I'm saying. I just found so many of these things. So we'll see what happens. I wouldn't recommend leverage trading, at least not right now. It's like way too risky. Monday, we're going to fly. I hope so. I hope we finally fly. I really do. But there's the other problem too, where we got these 4-year cycle zombies that are going to sell at the slightest green candle because they think the cycle is over. So they're going to be creating some suppression on the market, even if we're flying. And I really don't think it's a good thing now that the ETFs are delayed. So we needed the rate cuts in the ETFs to really happen all at once. So I'm not necessarily happy about that, but it is what it is. In the yearly for sure, yeah. Exactly. What else we got going on here? Yeah, this is the whole season started this morning before. Yeah, it's just like all this talk. I collected so many of these, but oh yeah, I showed this last time. I showed you guys. Look at this beauty right here. Look at this. Ooh. Like, what in the world? It's like, how much more beautiful can you get than something like this, right? Yeah, it is like, I've never seen a design like this. Absolutely awesome. What else we got going on here? Skill picks ain't cheap. Exactly. Yeah. Yes. Yeah. Thanks, Joe. Yeah. Yeah. I appreciate it. Probably tomorrow. That's a good thing. Yeah. And the other thing to point out is that it's not just like me calling the picks, right? It's like we got software in there. We offer software. Not only would you have the software that have the, and scan thousands of coins per day with these, highly advanced bots. We have other things too. We have those all-time high alerts, and we have alerts not only when it becomes, whenever one of our tokens go within 20% of if it's all-time high, if it's previous all-time, we start getting alerts. And just so we don't forget that there's one of our tokens that's pumping and we might want to take profits, we start getting those alerts. And we got all those other things too. We have like swing trading software, right? I mean, the swing trading software is awesome. Like my video that I published yesterday about swing trading. You can my members can log into the website here, and we use that software to help us swing trade. It's totally awesome. But like, there's things in this community, in my community, that no other community has. I mean, it's that's how I was giving it some thought with my name. I kept the Code Monkey name just to imply that this is a little bit different. Like, as a software guy who runs a community, the crypto community, changing to Crypto Mike was just too bland and too generic, right? And like, oh, Code Monkey Mike, and it's like, oh, like that's why. It's like he specializes in software for crypto. So I gave that a lot of thought over the years with my username. I originally started my channel back in 2017, and it was strictly me making tutorials about Roku development. You know, Roku, the operating system for televisions. And I was just making a channel about how to develop apps for TV. My original, and I think I deleted almost all those videos if you go way back to my oldest videos. But and then it was like, I may just start talking about things I like talking about, which was money related, for the most part, and finance related. Then it was like, okay, should I change my name to like Financial Monkey Mike? And I don't know, it sounded weird. I wanted to keep the monkey theme because I was going to get into the editing and all the wacky editing. So I really like the monkey theme. But Financial Monkey, I don't know, it sounded weird. Then it was like, then I was like, I hyper focused in crypto, and I was like, it doesn't sound right to change it to like Crypto Mike. It doesn't make sense. So I kept the Code Monkey name. The 4-year cycle zombies will get that fresh suspension of disbelief and end up. Yeah, I think that they're going to start selling at the slightest green candle. Now it's going to be more apparent that we're going to see pumps like delayed, right? If we get these pumps based on just simply based on the news and the rate cuts, it's like, okay, we're going to get that right now. And, there's these hints from the Fed and Jerome Powell and so on that QT is going to end like really soon. So it will be like maybe December, maybe January we're going to get these delayed pumps. We're getting these delayed ETFs now. So we might get some mild pumps, and the 4-year cycle of zombies is going to create resistance on us because they're going to be dumping their bag at the slightest green candle. And then we're going to get more liquidity just pumping into the market, and they're going to be like, whoa, I sold early. So, I mean, that's what I'm thinking is going to happen right now. I wanted these ETFs to come really soon, but like this week, I guess not. But I think in the long run, we're going to be doing good. This is beautiful, right? Let me just. This is the goal of the community. And to get something like this, right? To actually get something to be chilling on something like on one of these things. Thinking about it, it is so realistic when you run the numbers, right? If we have a system where we can get on almost every single goddamn coin early, and that is the absolute goal. Because like we would advance so much over the last 12 months, and even like during the last run up, we made a killing. With these with this right here. This is my list from the last run up. I mean, look at this. And this is just one of the bots. We have multiple bots now. Last year, we only had the insider alert. Now we have others that help us find other tokens. So we're going to be doing pretty damn good. So far as I know, this is the best performing community. And I have that $1,000 bounty open for anybody. If you can tell me of any community that has any of this software that I have and has this track record as well. Obviously, I doubt you can have this type of track record if you don't have the software that's assisting you to do it. So, but if you can find another community like this, it's going to be easy $1,000. Just contact me, follow me on X or something, and we can DM each other. Tell me the name of the community. I'll join it, and I'll confirm it. And if I can confirm that there is indeed another community better than mine, you get your $1,000. Yeah, there's there's no shady business or anything like that. There's no swindling. It's just, you're just going to get it. Just send me a wallet address of your favorite token and I'll send you your $1,000. 4-year cycle still in play. It'll come back in January. What was you talking about? The beginning of the bear market, the crypto winter? Now, I had been saying that we're probably going to see a quarter or two of a crypto winter after everybody just dumps all their bags. But now I thought, I was like, okay, that's going to happen starting in January. But now we're getting all these delays with the ETFs. I think January is in question as well. Because if you look at the massive burst of liquidity from COVID from 2020 and how things started with 2021, it really started in October of 2020 and it just never ended up until 13 months later when Bitcoin topped in 2021. 2021. So, and we only had 2 weeks worth of red candles in January of 2021. Can you imagine that? Weekly red candles started from October 2020 to keep on going up, 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 higher highs, right until January. Suddenly, there's 2 weeks worth of red candles in January. And then here, let me pull up TradingView. I'll just show it. And then it was like 2 weeks worth of red candle. I'm like, oh, okay, we're going back down again. But then 2 weeks later, we're like, okay, apparently we're not going back down. We'll just keep on going. Total crypto market cap. And bring this down to size. So, let's go to weekly candles. So, top is right here. So let's do this. This is the right side of the chart is December, right? So we had a red month in September, right? Because usually post halving year, red month, September is always red, except for this year because the market believed it was going to be red, and they made the opposite happen. Then we had October in 2020, nonetheless. This is the halving year, not the. Oh yeah, so it was a red September in 2020 and 2021, right? We got that back here too. Yeah. But anyway, yeah. So this is 2020. And we just start turning green and green and green. We got one red week right there in December, and we keep going up, 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 and we got 2 weeks in, 2 weeks in January 2021. So the point of what I'm trying to say is, what if it's something like this, where we're just going up? I mean, based on all the factors, all the liquidity, everything is going to be pumped into the market. The end of QT usually signals when the crypto market is going to start going up. And we have interest rates going to continuously go down. We already have liquidity from central banks around the world pumping their money supply. And we're probably going to have stimulus from the tariff revenue that Trump is probably want to drop into the market next year, prior to the midterm elections, right? So he can keep, Republicans in office. So he's probably going to be doing that. It is the most obvious strategic play that he could do. And, we're going to have Trump replacing Jerome Powell with somebody who's going to cut interest rates even more. I just think just like from here on out, we're going to be dealing with a lot of green and a lot of higher highs and higher lows and so on, like right on into 2027. Now we could get many weeks or maybe a month or two red, right? We had this here, so we went up here, we topped out, obviously in May, right? And then we dropped back down again, significantly down. This was dramatically down, right? Look at that big candle. But what I'm saying is, like, what if something like this happens again? And it's like, there's no reason why, realistically, you shouldn't entertain the possibility of something like this happening. But yeah, we'll see. What is your theory? Why Casper was 20 cents in the bear market, but 5 cents in the bull? I think that Binance is manipulating the price to get low. Yeah, I don't know. Like, why it was 20 cents last year. It hit its all time high. What was it? In July of last year. I mean, it is a major factor. I think that is not only manipulation, and I think that like Mexi is part of the problem too because they have a giant portion of the supply, and if it pumps a little bit, they just dump. But now we have a situation where retail is also getting frustrated with Casper, and they're dumping in their bags. Like I get so many comments on my videos where people saying they sold all their Casper, and like Casper is like, they start talking all this smack about it, right? They're like, Casper sucks. It's like I sold all mine for Toshi, stuff like that. So I mean, there's a lot of retail that are not creating that hype. I mean, I think the pumps was creating a lot of hype from retail as well. So we don't really have that as much anymore. So, I mean, it is what it is, and I think in the long run, it's going to pay off. We just need those pumps to start happening. So, and we'll see. CG was pardoned today and scam Bankman free. Is that true? Sam Bankman Fried is going to be pardoned as well? I didn't know that. That's interesting. Let me go back to this. Yeah, I didn't know that about Sam Bankman Fried. What's going on, Mikey B? What's going on? Yeah. Yeah, you got on all these plays. Yeah, guys, you got to join the community. Yeah, we got it's like we're crazy early on so many things and things are flying. Let me see let me take a look at something. Yeah. And I'm not selling my Casper. My intention is to make a ton of money and then just keep buying more, keep stacking. So what do we have going on? So I did have a surge with pipping, and I sold some of my pippin. The funny thing is, in my I had found pippin like in its first week. There's a backstory with this where pippin is it's just a Solana token. I found it, and I was looking at the chart, and I was like, it looks like this thing is going to pump soon. This is backstory. Some of my community members who have been with me for more than a year remember this story, but I was like, it looks like it's gonna pump soon. But I was feeling sick that day, and I went in and just took a nap, right in the evening. I woke up like 3 hours later, and during my nap, it pumped like a 17x or something like. I was like, damn. I was like, please go back down. I saw this God candle. I was like, please go back down. Please go back down. And it didn't go down, but eventually in the long run, months later, we retraced and I got into it. And it had like a sudden 50% surge today. So swing traded that. It has like Pippin still has like let me pull it up while I'm talking about it, right? Hold on. Go to CoinMarketCap. Yeah, Pippin it still has like three. What am I talking that for? It still has like 36 centralized exchanges, right? But the Twitter, I don't know if I'd recommend it now. I mean, it has it's gonna pump because of the exchanges, but the Twitter profile just went inactive on like back in August. I just realized I didn't notice that, but yeah. But yeah, look at that. Look at that huge pump right there. So I mean, just because of the centralized exchanges, I'm going to stay in. I'm not going to just dump it all. Obviously, if it has that many centralized exchanges, even if the Twitter profile is inactive, it's going to pump. So we'll see. Well, yeah, that was a funny backstory. What else we got today? Luminous on base. This AI is sort of like a AI 16Z, like a bot on base. Luminous. That was up 30%. Suddenly we had token bot. A lot of these plays, you know, I've already talked about, so it's not like I'm exposing anything. But what else? No, this one I don't want to talk about yet. We had one of them do like a, I don't know, like a 3.5x. One of these recent gems. What else we had? So 2 days ago we had you got, I guess, publicly, my subscribers know about this one. So we had this one on Sui, this de-agent AI, pump like hell again, right? So this is a 7-day. So we had some massive pumps with that. And this is they say we got in, we got in back here. Awesome, right? Like ooh. So yeah, this is you know, this is why it pays to be a part of a group that's going to be chilling in something like this one day. Very soon, actually. I don't like if you give it a couple of years, right? With the potential. By the way, hit that like button, guys. Speaking of being friendly, did you know that the most friendliest thing that you can do today is to give that like button a pound? Seriously, I'm looking for some new friends, and if you want to be my friend, just hit that like button. I'm like the friendliest guy on the planet. Trust me. And by the way, if you don't like this video, give me a thumbs down so I can track you down and beat you senseless. Exactly. Hit that like button. Yeah, I'm not selling my castle too. Yeah, that's good. Army of memes now to keep my army of cast company. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I know. But not only memes, right? Because we got, yeah, right. I think, yeah, I think majority of all my recent plays are all AI. Like we're just talking about this right here, right? The aging AI. What are the other things I just spoke about? Like Token Bot is a like a launch pad for AI agents or something like that. Luminous is an AI meme bot, like AI 16Z Luminous. Pippin was just a meme, yeah. What else? What else we got pumping in the last couple days? We had some pumps on Kita, but everybody knows about Kita. Yeah, this one. Bomb It. Yeah, we were making a killing with Bomb It. I was like, Bomb It is up 34% of the day. You know, these are my swing trades. I sold 30% of my Bomb It. And then today, I bought back into Bomb It after previously selling 15% higher, right? So, like I said in my video yesterday, building the size of my bag, right? Selling high, using the same amount of money to buy back in lower, buying more tokens. So build the size of your bag in terms of tokens. So when you get those pumps in terms of dollar amounts in the long run, you're going to have more tokens to increase the size of your bag. So yeah. Yeah. What else? Trying to look through my Discord here while that's up, but yeah, we got like that 37x on Disco, right? Matt Fury's Disco, and yeah, we've had some really bangers, right? Yeah, we'll see how it all goes. Yeah, right. Yeah, that is true. That yacht is 1 billion easy. Yeah, that is true. That is like a super yacht. That is true. That is true. That is something. And this one too. Look at this. Yeah, I was looking at videos with with these super yachts, and one of them had a submarine. I was like, holy crap! It was worth like, what was it, like $600 million? This is out of this world. It makes me even think this is AI. I'm like, what the hell is this? This design is like incredible. So yeah. Aerodrome was given 24% APR for staking. Is that true? That's a hell of a lot. Is that even true? 24% APR? Jesus Christ. So, hold on. Let me see. What else we got going on here? I'm just looking through all this. Things I had opened up.
I think we'll have more DAT.
Oh yeah, Arthur Hayes
we'll
saying
DAT
that
companies, mostly because the
Tether is the best bank that's ever existed in human history. This is what the bank of the future will look like. That is interesting.
banks make so much money off these things. Someone told me that Cantor Fitzgerald made $160 million last month in fees. That's an amazing amount of money for an investment bank to make in a single month. So, you know, when JP Morgan and Citi and Goldman see those sorts of numbers, they're going to do the same thing too. And they have a much better distribution network of institutional investors. So I think that the DAT ecosystem is going to grow, but the capital is going to be concentrated in the larger names, like a MicroStrategy or a BitMine, just doing DAT offerings and sort of the follow-on ATMs and convertibles and stuff like that. So it doesn't really matter the underlying token. This is a corporate finance exercise, and it's all predicated on how large is your DAT, how much average daily trading volume you have, because then you get to add into the index. And once you're in the index, and the passive money buys your DAT, irregardless of what you do as management. So, you know, it could be BNB, it could be rat poison. It doesn't fucking matter. Like, as long as you're able to generate the size, you can do the follow-on offerings and buy what you need to buy.
Rat poisoning. Hold up. Hold on. What else? Things are acting weird right now. Hold up. Let me close this out. All right, let's go back to this. Was it? Any thoughts on incentive maybe I don't know what this is. Incentive. Yeah, I don't know what that is. Let's figure it out. Is that a real word? Invective. Okay, it is. I have no idea what it is then. Insulting, abusive, or highly critical language? It was a spelling error. look at this. Look at invective definition: insulting, abusive, or highly critical language. I was like, well, you can't really insult the price in order to predict. Oh my god, that's kind of funny, man. Got it. Yeah. Injective. Yeah, I don't know. Injective price prediction. I guess I don't know what that is. Maybe I'll look into it after the stream. But invective. All right. Yeah. All right. So where was I? Yeah. Injective. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. Yeah. I'll look it up. Or maybe I know what it is, or I just know what the term is. But yeah, I'll figure it out. And maybe I'll talk about it next stream if anything. But yeah. So I found this right here is really interesting. So Robert Kiyosaki, right? He's buying Bitcoin because he says it's the first truly scarce money. It warns investors not to be late. I kind of find it funny because I thought Robert Kiyosaki was a gold guy. I totally thought he was a gold guy. I didn't know he's a Bitcoin guy. So that's like Peter Schiff, so to speak. Switching to gold. I'm switching to switching to Bitcoin over gold. So Robert Kiyosaki, I always remember him, pushing gold. So that's really interesting. Unless I'm wrong, it's been a while since I've focused on Robert Kiyosaki. I've read some of his books, but it's been quite a few years. I haven't even thought about this guy. I was surprised to see this. So really interesting. Yeah, man. Other than that, I think I'm gonna let you guys go with this this video, this gold video that I had made years ago. You can see my second attempt at trying to become a much better editor. So a lot of interesting stuff, and it has that touch of the supply chain issues and all these other food shortages and stuff like that. I figure, why the hell not? Sometimes I leave you guys one of my videos from the past, and that'll be one of them. Before I do, just make sure you make sure you subscribe, because I'm raising this price. I figure I actually forgot to do it. I forgot to do it. So if you want to join right now on the yearly or the lifetime, you're going to get a discount. I guess I'll wait till tomorrow before I raise that price again. Like I said, best community out there. Even if you match the number of members to the subscribers from other YouTubers, I've got an extremely high ratio of paying members to the number of subscribers on my YouTube channel. So it must mean something, right? Plus, you get $1,000 if you find a crypto community better than mine, the better track record and tons of software to help us make money. So, but yeah, click that link in the description below. Check out the website, CryptoRich.vip. And I'm going to catch you guys later on. I'm going to play the video.
With all the shortages and supply chain issues out there, times are becoming difficult. We're even looking at a sugar shortage that could disrupt food supply chains. Who would have thought it could be that bad? So in times like this, we need to be prepared. But what do? Well, if you ask anyone what a valuable asset is today, chances are that out of their top 3 answers, one of them might be gold. During an economic crisis, the price of gold increases, and this is mainly because it's a commodity that is not tied to anything. So when there's a financial crisis, people rush to invest in gold, and in turn, the price of gold rises. To learn about how gold might help you today, we must first look about how it's performed in the past. Throughout history, gold has been considered precious and of great value. It has had a long and proud history and unique social status as a precious metal. The history of gold dates as far back as 30 BC. It was the Romans who began issuing gold coins in 50 BC. The cost of gold from 31 BC to 14 AD was set by Roman Emperor Augustus, and he set it from 40 to 42 coins for a pound of gold. Other Roman rulers began to increase the number of coins for a pound of gold, and as they debased the value of gold, it resulted in hyperinflation. The number of coins in the market increased, and therefore the price of gold went up, and the cost of living also went up. Hyperinflation is a monetary inflation that increases at a very, very high rate. Centuries later, in the year 1257, Great Britain set the price of gold at 0.89 pounds per ounce. And each century after that, they raised the price by 1 pound. Because of the tremendous value of gold, many countries in the 1800s began to imprint paper currencies against the British gold standard. But by the year 1900, the US dollar created its own gold standard, as the US owned about 95% of the world's gold reserve. In 1929, the year of the stock market crash, the price of gold was set at $20.63. And though it has experienced some fluctuations, the price of gold continues to rise. By 2019, the price of gold was valued at $1,514, and today is valued at around $1,850. So what moves the prices of gold? Well, the price of gold is usually determined by a combination of things, of supply, demand, and investor behavior. It's used as a hedge against inflation because the price of gold doesn't change much compared to paper money. With gold, there's more demand than supply, and this means as the more people buy gold, the higher the prices go. The best thing about gold, and I believe the reason why people are drawn to it, is because it retains value. Whether or not the prices of gold fluctuate, the value of gold remains the same. In an article written by these 2 economists, they compared the salary of Roman soldiers from 2,000 years years ago to what a modern-day soldier would earn today, based on how much the salaries would be in gold. According to the paper, the Roman soldiers were paid 2.31 ounces of gold per year. So assuming the value of gold was priced at $1,850 per ounce, then a Roman soldier got the equivalent of $3,704 per year. Meanwhile, in modern day, a U.S. Army private receives around $21,966 per year, which means that the U.S. Army private receives around 11 ounces of gold. When compared, they discovered there was an annual investment growth rate of 0.08% over 2,000 years. They concluded that the purchasing power of gold remained constant. This means that if an ounce of gold will buy you a very nice men's suit about 1,000 years ago, today, it would probably cost around the same thing. As such, the inflation of gold is extremely slow, or sometimes even non-existent. And this is because the purchasing power over 2,000 years has stayed constant. Therefore, there are many reasons why people buy and use gold, especially during economic crisis. This is because, and unlike our fiat currency, that gold has maintained value over the years. And subsequently, people see gold as a way to maintain their wealth and pass it on from generation to generation. In whatever form it is in, whether it's melted down or in a bar state, it still maintains its value. Quick side note, if you haven't already, you can do us all a favor by giving that like button a pound. Seriously here, we all need to be safe, and what better way than helping out one's fellow man by teaching them how to be secure in the financial crisis? You see, every time you pulverize that like button on this video, YouTube recommends this video to a new person out there who's seeking ways to prep and be safe. Another benefit of gold during an economic crisis is that it is secure. Secure in the sense that when the dollar falls in value against other currencies, people rush to buy gold for security, and this raises the price of gold. Also, as mentioned earlier, gold has served as an excellent hedge against inflation. For years, whenever the stock market plunges, investors have always seen a rise in the price of gold. This happens when fiat currency loses its purchasing power to inflation. So when the prices of things rise, gold rises too. This is why people buy gold during an economic crisis, because gold is seen as a store of value when local currencies lose their value. Interestingly, gold is not just used as a hedge against inflation, it's also useful in deflation. In fact, it actually protects you from deflation. During deflation periods, the prices of things increase while business slows down. During the Depression of the 1930s, the relative purchasing power of gold soared while other prices dropped sharply. People just want to hoard their cash, and what better way to do that than to hold your cash in gold? Also, gold is of tremendous benefit not only in times of financial uncertainties, but of geopolitical uncertainties too. When tensions are high around the world and people have low confidence in government, especially in times of crisis, they choose to invest in gold because of its security. By the way, if you know anybody who needs to learn about the benefits of gold, like a friend or a family member, be sure to hit that like button and share this video with them. And on the flip side of things, I'm going to take a leap and suggest if you don't like the idea of investing in gold, then click that dislike button. So far, gold will continue to stay in demand, and this is another benefit as gold seems to be blended with some other cultures. In places like China, where the gold bar is a traditional form of saving, it's sure to be in constant demand. And in places like India, where gold has many uses, it's sure to retain its value and purchasing power. One last benefit for buying or using gold during an economic crisis is that it's perfect when you sort of want to diversify your investment portfolio. If you want to reduce volatility in your investment portfolio, then you'll combine stocks with gold. In general, if you want to invest, gold isn't necessarily a good investment because its value pretty much stays the same. You can buy and hold stocks for many years to come, and eventually you'll come out ahead. But gold can be good for security in worse than uncertain times. When I say worse than uncertain times, I really mean catastrophic times, when civilization as you know it may be at stake. Because although the cost of gold is uncertain in the short term, over the years or even over thousands of years, it has maintained its value and will do the same for a very long time. Such as, do you think it's a good idea to buy gold for the coming economic crisis? Yes, no, or giving it some thought. Be sure to subscribe if you enjoy content like this, or if you want to stay updated with the current supply shortages and economic uncertainties. And click that bell icon so you don't miss anything. And I also have this video right here about soaring inflation, which is a previous video in this series. Or if you're watching this in the future, I have this video up here about metal shortages and the soaring cost of cars. In some cases, making used cars worth more than their newer model version. Or if you're not watching this in the future, then it'll be a video that YouTube thinks you should watch. And if you haven't already, make sure you give that like button a pound.
Exactly. Click that like button.
Come on, monkey, come on, monkey.